Hello guys and welcome to this video. Now I've been meaning to make this watch for some time and I finally managed to do it. Massive shout out to 6012 Watches for supplying me the original SRPH49K1 Seiko Arabic dial in this gorgeous emerald green and rose gold colorway. I've actually bought two of these dials, so stay tuned and please subscribe to see the next watch I'm also going to build with that dial. But if you don't know already, this dial actually comes from this model Seiko, which is seemingly quite a rare model now. I've had loads of requests for the standard watch and mods for it, and they're always sold out. Particularly the green one. There is also a grey model and a blue dial. Those are a bit easier to come across, but the green seems to be everyone's favourite. I did actually do a sort of dress style explorer type watch of that before. You'll find the link to that video in the description too, but I always wanted to try a dive style watch because I just love the colour, and of course everyone liked a dive bezel. And this is a special dive bezel as well. I'll come to that a bit later. So essentially what I did, I managed to locate the dials. So I ordered two of them and this is the first of the set. I will possibly only be able to make these two for the time being. This one will be available to buy on my site, svkwatches.ae. You'll see the link in the description. You'll see the price in your currency. I do ship worldwide. And of course, this particular model was made by me. You'll even see some of the little videos of me making it a bit later on, or at least the stages of the process, like I share on my Instagram at Seikomodsdubai. So yes, the star of the show is definitely this emerald green dial. It's got like a sunburst effect, and it's just beautiful. In bright sunlight, it does shine up really nice and green. Here, you can sort of see the reflection off the window there. It's a bit hard to show you, but I will show you this sort of wrist roll type video outside where you'll see it in a slightly different, more natural light as well. We've got some Mercedes hands fitted. We've got a Arabic day wheel in there that also has English. I'll show you how to switch that as well. I decided to keep the regular date, not the Arabic date here, because I also wanted to use this dive style bezel. Now some people I know might wonder, why didn't I put an Arabic bezel as well? But because the fonts are going to be different and the orientation of the numerals is different on the bezel, I felt that a traditional kind of layout with regular numbers on the bezel is probably going to work better. The case here is a SRPD 76 original Seiko 5 Sport rose gold model case. So I had one of these spare, so I thought this is the perfect case for it. We've gone for a polished chapter ring to have a bit more light play on that dial and add a bit of reflection. Also looks a lot more sort of classy, I think, than the standard kind of plastic types that you usually get. We've gone for a double dome sapphire, of course, and a lovely matching ceramic lumed bezel. Now there's no lume on the dial, but there is on the bezel, and stay tuned for a Lume Shot a bit later on. The bezel itself is the standard Seiko 5 Sports style. Really nice, consistent action, just the right level of resistance, and of course it is custom set, so it does line up perfectly. The strap it's on is a DLW Watches and Mon straps fitted rubber strap. These are really popular. I've also started to offer a similar strap with a deployant style clasp, so you can ask me about that. You can always reach out to me, guys, and request your own mods. I will get back to everyone on email or on Instagram message. This one I decided to actually change to the polished Seiko branded buckle. Although you can get a brushed milled type buckle with the strap too. The movement inside is the NH36. Now, typically the 5 Sport comes with the 4R36, but that whole movement dial, everything originally came out of this watch case, so I could use it in another project. So I needed to replace the movement, and this is the same movement, it just doesn't have the Seiko 5 badge on it. but it is a Seiko made standard NH36 movement, so it works just the same. Nice original exhibition case back, so you can see all of that. And then the operation, if we pull the crown, the second stops, you can set the time more accurately. And then there's hand winding. It's a bit hard to do with these new gloves I've got, but hand winding in the first position, or the closed position I should say. In the first position, if we gently, again a little tricky with these gloves on, there we go, you can see I've pulled the crown out just a touch, the seconds are still moving, and then if we rotate clockwise, we will get the English day. A lot of people ask me for, let's say, this watch, but with English days, and I always tell them there are actually both days on this model. You just cycle the one you want, and it will automatically keep that day text, obviously in the right language, every day from then on. You don't need to keep doing this. You'll see some of the days are different colors depending on the language and region too. Okay, so it's quite nice to have the Arabic day. I don't read Arabic myself, perhaps I should by now, but it's nice to have it to match the dial, I think. And then the opposite direction, so anti-clockwise, changes your quick set date. So really nice simple operation. It's actually easier to use the crown when it's not screwed down for winding, for example. And this one retains the standard 100-meter water resistance as a standard Seiko 5 Sport. Now I think this will look awesome on a leather strap too. You can get a matching rose gold bracelet. Of course, further modifications are possible. Do let me know if you are interested in this watch or any other models on my page. So there it is on my 7 3/4 inch wrist. It does wear just about the right size for me, perhaps a little bit smaller than I'd typically go. But for most wrist sizes, it isn't a small watch, but it doesn't wear as large as its actual size states. Now let's check out that Lume Shot, because this glow is really special. So here's the Lume Shot, guys. It is really clear even in daylight. In fact, the bezel lume is pretty much always on. It does charge up nice and quick. The hands have got really nice strong lume. Where I got the parts for the rest of the watch, by the way, it is Watch and Style for the handset. They've got really nice lume, and then DLW for the crystal and the bezel insert. Best quality bezel inserts I've seen in lots of nice designs as well. So those are my choice sort of suppliers, and it was 6012 watches for the dial, that rare Arabic dial, which I hope I see more of, but it seems they are super popular. Now, if you're interested in this watch, please check the link below for the product listing. You'll also see a link to my website. You can order all sorts of watches there, and please let me know if you've got any questions or requests. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.